Hey Cowboys fans, I hope you're ready for some insane news because what we just heard is something that absolutely nobody saw coming. You're not going to believe this, but Myles Garrett, yes, the dominant, game-changing defensive force, is officially joining the Dallas Cowboys. We've all known that the Cowboys have been working hard to build a Super Bowl contender, and with this unexpected move, they've just made a major statement to the rest of the NFL. Myles Garrett, one of the league's most feared pass rushers, is now set to wear the iconic star on his helmet, and I can't stress enough just how wild this is. This is a move that is going to rock the NFL world and, frankly, make every fanbase start to panic. Dallas has just acquired one of the most elite defensive players in the game, and the excitement from Cowboys Nation is going through the roof right now. But before we dive into all the details about this shocking contract and what it means for the Cowboys, let's take a moment to appreciate exactly who Myles Garrett is and why this move is such a big deal. Myles Garrett is no stranger to dominating the field. The man is a physical specimen standing at 6'4", weighing in at 272 pounds, and possessing the type of speed and explosiveness that makes offensive linemen look like they're standing still. Garrett has been the face of the Cleveland Browns defense since being drafted with the first overall pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, and his impact has been undeniable. In fact, his presence on the field has completely transformed the Browns' defense. Garrett's been an absolute nightmare for quarterbacks across the league, racking up double-digit sack totals almost every season since entering the league. He's not just a pass rusher. Garrett can disrupt the entire offense with his ability to force turnovers, break up plays, and create chaos in the backfield. Over the years, Garrett has earned multiple Pro Bowl selections, including an NFL Defensive Player of the Year award in 2020, and he's consistently ranked among the league's best when it comes to rushing the passer. He's been a key part of the Browns' defense, and losing him will undoubtedly leave a huge void in Cleveland. But now, the Cowboys have managed to pull off one of the biggest trades in recent memory, and Myles Garrett is heading to Dallas to join forces with the already dominant Micah Parsons. When you think about the possibility of Garrett and Parsons being on the same defense, it's absolutely mind-blowing. Parsons, who has already established himself as one of the most versatile and dangerous defenders in the NFL, now has one of the most dominant pass rushers in the league beside him. The combination of these two players could completely elevate the Cowboys' defense to another level. Quarterbacks in the NFC East, and really across the entire NFL, are probably losing sleep right now thinking about facing that defensive front. Now let's talk about how this all came about because it really is something that nobody saw coming. On March 11, 2025, it was officially confirmed that Myles Garrett had signed an exclusive contract with the Dallas Cowboys. This deal was completely out of left field, and it came as a shock to pretty much everyone. The Cowboys had been making some moves this offseason, but nobody expected them to land a player of Garrett's caliber. From what we know, the Cowboys had been quietly working behind the scenes to put themselves in a position to acquire a game-changing defensive player, and Garrett was obviously their top target. They've been desperate to get over the hump and finally win a Super Bowl, and adding a player of Garrett's caliber gives them one of the most complete rosters in the NFL. The contract itself is absolutely massive. Garrett has reportedly signed a 6-year, $160 million extension with $105 million guaranteed, making him one of the highest-paid defensive players in NFL history. With a deal of that magnitude, the Cowboys are clearly betting on Garrett to be a key contributor for years to come. The deal gives him the chance to be a Cowboy for the long haul, and with his skill set, he's primed to make a major impact in Dallas. The Cowboys aren't just adding a solid player, they're adding a true difference maker who can completely alter the outcome of a game. Garrett's ability to pressure the quarterback, force turnovers, and set the tone for the defense will be a game-changer for Dallas. He'll be the centerpiece of a defense that already has stars like Micah Parsons, Trevon Diggs, and DeMarcus Lawrence. The Cowboys' defense is already good, but with Garrett now in the fold, they could be elite. So, what does this mean for the Cowboys moving forward? It means that Dallas now has one of the most formidable defenses in the entire NFL. With Myles Garrett on one side and Micah Parsons on the other, quarterbacks will have nightmares trying to figure out how to protect themselves. The pressure these two will put on opposing offenses is going to be incredible. They'll be able to collapse the pocket, disrupt passing lanes, and wreak havoc in the backfield. But this move also makes a statement for the Cowboys. This is a team that is all in on winning a Super Bowl. The Cowboys have the offensive firepower with Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard, and the rest of their talented offensive weapons, but they've always had a few question marks on defense. Now, with Garrett joining the team, there are no more excuses. The Cowboys are stacked on both sides of the ball, and they're going to be tough to beat. The NFC East is always competitive, with the Eagles and Giants both looking strong, and the Commanders making moves as well. But with Myles Garrett now in the mix, the Cowboys are undoubtedly the team to beat in the division. Adding Garrett also gives them the kind of defensive edge they've been missing in recent years. The Cowboys have always had talent on defense, but they've lacked that true game wrecker who can change the course of a game with one play. Now they have that in Garrett, and it's going to make a huge difference when it matters most. Garrett is the kind of player who can dominate in the playoffs, and if the Cowboys make it to the postseason, he's the type of player who can help lead them to the Super Bowl. For Myles Garrett himself, this is a huge opportunity to play for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. While the Browns have been competitive during Garrett's tenure, they've never been able to get over the hump and win a championship. Now, Garrett gets to join a team that is already in the playoff hunt and has one of the best chances in the league to win it all. He's going to be stepping into a leadership role on a defense full of talented players, and he'll have the chance to prove that he's not only one of the best pass rushers in the league but also one of the most complete defenders in the NFL. For Garrett, this is a chance to cement his legacy and finally chase that elusive Super Bowl ring. But let's not forget, Garrett is still in the prime of his career. He's coming off another incredible season, where he posted double-digit sacks and continued to show why he's one of the most feared pass rushers in the game. With his combination of speed, power, and athleticism, Garrett is still one of the most dangerous players on the field. Coming to Dallas gives him the opportunity to team up with Parsons, who is also a rising star in the league. Together, they could form one of the most dynamic defensive duos in NFL history. The reactions from around the league have been overwhelming, with fans and analysts alike trying to process what this means for the Cowboys and the rest of the NFL. Many believe that this move solidifies Dallas as one of the top Super Bowl contenders for the next few years. Adding Garrett to an already strong team makes them even more dangerous, and it's clear that the Cowboys are going all in on winning a championship. Garrett's addition could be the final piece of the puzzle that takes the Cowboys from a competitive team to a true Super Bowl contender. The fans are absolutely buzzing about this, and social media has been filled with reactions, from fans celebrating the news to analysts discussing the implications of Garrett joining the Cowboys. The NFL world is on high alert because this is a move that could change the entire landscape of the league. So, there you have it, folks. Myles Garrett is officially a Dallas Cowboy. This is one of those moves that nobody saw coming, but now that it's happened, the entire NFL is going to be watching closely to see how this plays out. Cowboys fans should be absolutely thrilled right now, because with Garrett in the fold, this defense just went from good to elite. If you're a Cowboys fan, it's time to get excited because this season could be something special. Let me know what you think about this blockbuster move in the comments below. Do you think Garrett will help the Cowboys win a Super Bowl? How do you see this changing the dynamic in the NFC? I'm dying to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more updates on all things Cowboys. This is just the beginning, and I can't wait to see how this all unfolds. Go Cowboys!